Hi guys, it's Mr. Peng, and I've got for you today your Week 5 spelling list. On this list, there are a lot of words with HY and SY at the start of the word. Okay, pay attention to the sound of these letter combinations, and let's get started. Your first word is hyena. Hyena is a noun. A hyena is a dog-like animal that belongs to the Hyenidae family. It's normally found in the north of Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. You may have seen hyenas in the movie The Lion King. The hyenas in the Disney movie are probably the laughing hyena, which are a real thing, because there's a species of hyena which make the sound of a crazy human laugh. The spelling of hyena is a bit tricky because of the ending A sound. Normally in English, and especially Australian English, the A sound at the end is an ER, but in hyena, it's a straight up A. Your next word is hygiene. Hygiene is a noun, and it covers the things that we do to maintain our health and prevent disease, especially through cleanliness. This word covers everything from washing your hands to brushing your teeth, and not making a mess in the bathroom, and all of that good stuff. The spelling for hygiene is very weird, so make sure you pay extra attention to it. The word ends with the ENE to create the EEN sound, which is normally spelt with EEN, so be careful with that one. Also, there's a very sneaky I in there before the ENE. Your next word is hype. Hype can be used as a noun and a verb. As a noun, hype means extravagant, or intensive publicity or promotion. And as a verb, it means something done to make something more public or popular. This word is getting increasingly popular in the more recent days. Sometimes it can be used to describe how excited or pumped up the person is to see a certain thing. For example, you might hear people say, "Yo, that's so hype!" And that means, "That's so exciting." So it can mean excitement as well. This word is very informal, so don't use it in your writing normally. The most you'll use it is in conversation. Your fourth word is hybrid. Hybrid can be used as a noun or an adjective. As a noun, it means something made by combining two different things. And similarly, as an adjective, it simply describes something that is made by combining two things. You may have heard the term hybrid being used when talking about breeds of animals or cars. A hybrid, in terms of breeding, is when the parents of an offspring is of two different species. For example, a mule is the child of a male donkey and a female horse. You can do this in Minecraft too. A hybrid car would be a car which can switch between using two different sources of energy, like petrol and electricity. Learning about hybrid species is so interesting. You can have hybrid animals and hybrid plants too. If you are interested in this, I highly recommend doing your own research. The next word is hyphen. Hyphen is a noun, and it's a sign used in English to indicate that the words that it's in the middle of have a combined meaning. The hyphen is the little horizontal line that you see between some words. The dash is another sign that's used in English, but just a bit longer than the hyphen. Even though they are both horizontal lines, they are different, and they have different uses. The hyphen is only used in joining two words, while a dash is what you use when you have a range, for example, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, or indicate a long pause. You may have seen this in some novels you read. Hydrogen is your next word. Hydrogen is a noun, and it's a colorless, odorless, and highly flammable gas. You'll most likely see this as the letter H. This is what the H in water, or H2O, stands for. Funny, because the prefix hydro means to do with water. In fact, the next few words have this too. I said the H in H2O is hydrogen, so I might as well tell you that the O stands for oxygen. Water is called H2O because you need two hydrogens and one oxygen to make one water, H, 2, and O. Word number 7 is hydrant. Hydrant is a noun, and it's something on the street where you can attach a hose to get water from. You see these as hard, thick metal pipes coming out of the ground, with somewhere to attach a hose onto. Normally, fire hydrants to use to get water when there's a fire, are red. You might see one around the school in a place that might be hard to get to by a fire truck. If you're going to draw a fire hydrant or something, they have a unique shape that you'll mostly remember as the hydrant shape. They don't always look like this though. The spelling of hydrant includes the prefix hydro, which means water. The next word is hydroponic. Hydroponic is an adjective, and it means relating to hydroponics, the process of growing plants in sand, gravel, or liquid with added nutrients. No soil is used. When you search up hydroponics, you are normally shown plants growing out of a pipe with holes cut out. This is the standard hydroponics. Plants are put into the pipes with the roots inside. Water with added nutrients are fed through the pipe, so when the roots absorb the water, they also get the nutrients they need to grow. It's a very efficient and cleaner way to grow plants. But the downside is that there are certain diseases that can affect the plants. This word also uses hydro for the water which flows through the pipe. The ninth word is hypodermic. Hypodermic is an adjective, and it means relating to the region immediately under the skin. Usually, this is used for needles or medicine that needs to go right under the skin. Hypodermic needles or syringes are used to give you the medicine. The word hypodermic has three parts: hypo, which means under, derm, which means to do with the skin, and the IC turns it into an adjective. The next word is syrup. Syrup is a noun, and it means a thick, sweet liquid made by dissolving sugar in boiling water. The place you'll see the word syrup most is on a bottle of maple syrup. Make sure you remember how to spell this one so you can write it correctly on your parents' shopping list so you can have more of that sweet, sweet syrup. The next word is syringe. Syringe is a noun, and it means a tube for sucking in and ejecting liquid in a thin stream. A syringe is mostly used in the medical field. It's used for cleaning wounds or body cavities, or when used with a needle, it can be used for injecting or taking out fluids. It can also be used in cooking, so you can put in exact measurements when you need only a drop of something. The next word is system. System is a noun, and it's a set of things working together. You may have seen this word in places related to science and technology. For example, an ecosystem is a system, so a group of things working together in the environment. And in computing, a system is the hardware, which is the computer parts, and software, which is your apps and programs, working together to give you your working computer. The next word is symbol. Symbol is a noun, and it means a mark or character used to represent something. So, a symbol is the formal way of saying a picture that means something. It can be used in a formal setting, such as in the Chinese language, where each character has a meaning, or in an informal setting, such as an emoji, meaning how you're feeling. The spelling of the word symbol is tricky in that it ends with OL rather than LE or EL. Also, don't get this word confused with the other word that sounds the same but is spelled differently. That one starts with a C and ends with AL, and that's the musical instrument. The 14th word is symptom. Symptom is a noun, and it means a condition which shows that you have an illness or a disease. You would have heard this word being used when people are talking about sickness. For example, They tell you to stay at home if you are showing any symptoms. So, if you are coughing or sneezing, then they are the symptoms for having a cold. They are the signs that show you that you are sick. Symptom is tricky because it just looks like an odd word to spell. There aren't many English words with M, P, and T together. Also, it ends with the OM. Just make sure you're used to seeing how it's spelt. The next word is sympathy. Sympathy is a noun, and it means the feeling you get when you're sad because of something bad that's happened to someone else. If you don't understand it from the meaning, I'll give you an example. If you saw someone else get hurt, it would be common for someone to be like, "Oh no, how unfortunate for you," and feel bad that they got hurt. This is the feeling of sympathy. Now, you better learn this one, because if you spell it wrong, you won't get any sympathy from me. The next word is symphony. Symphony is a noun, and it means a musical composition using a full orchestra. This is a musical term. The orchestra is the people playing, and the symphony is the music coming from them. In terms of spelling, be careful of the PH making the F sound, and the O after it not making the full O sound. Synopsis is the next word. Synopsis is a noun, and it means a brief summary of something. This is just a formal synonym of summary, although most of the time, people use this word when it comes to a summary of a play, film, or book. This word just looks weird, so be careful about its spelling. The next word is synthetic. Synthetic is an adjective, and it means made by chemical synthesis, normally to copy a natural product. So normally, when people use this word, it's used in relation to materials such as synthetic cotton or rubber. Synthetic grass is a thing too, which is the fake grass. So, if you think about it, synthetic is a kind of another way of saying fake, but fake is more of a negative word. Word number 19 is liquid. Liquid is a noun, and it means a substance that flows freely, but is of constant volume. If you think that meaning is a bit too complicated, then simply put, it's like water. Water is a liquid. Anything that flows like water is a liquid. Anything that doesn't is either a solid or a gas. To those of you who want to get all sciencey on me, we'll talk about plasma if it comes up as one of your spelling words. And word number 20 is squalid. Squalid is an adjective, and it means dirty and unpleasant, normally as a result of poverty or neglect. This word is only used to describe places, so if a place is really dirty, messy, and disgusting because it hasn't been looked after very well, then use this word. If you'd like another word to describe a setting for your creative writing, then this word would be a good word to pick up, especially if you want to show off some fancy vocab. Okay, that does it for this week's words. I hope this has been a massive help for you guys. There are a few tricky words on this week's list, so be careful of them. Now, it's time for me to sign off, so see ya!